Welcome to today's lesson on the role of stomata and guard cells in controlling gas exchange and water loss. We will explore how these specialized structures in plants manage the essential processes of exchanging gases for photosynthesis and respiration and reducing water loss through transpiration. In our lesson today, we will study the specific roles of stomata and guard cells, understand how they control gas exchange in plants, and learn about their importance in regulating water loss. We will also examine the mechanisms by which these cells respond to environmental conditions to maintain the plant's health. So far, you have learned about the structure of the leaf, the process of transpiration, and the significance of maintaining water levels within a plant. We have briefly covered how the stomata and its surrounding guard cells are important in this process, as well as gas exchange. We will now go into some more detail as to how they work. To understand how plants control gas exchange and water loss, we need to focus on two key structures: stomata and guard cells. These tiny openings in their surrounding cells play a crucial role in a plant's ability to photosynthesize and manage water efficiently. Stomata, or stoma in the singular, are small openings primarily found on the underside of leaves. They allow gases like carbon dioxide and oxygen to move in and out of the leaf. Through these exchanges, plants can carry out photosynthesis and respiration. However, water vapor can also escape through stomata, leading to water loss, which is why their regulation is essential. The opening and closing of stomata is regulated by the guard cells. Guard cells are specialized cells that flank each stoma and control its opening and closing. When a plant has an ample water supply, guard cells absorb water and become turgid, or swollen. The turgidity forces the guard cells to curve away from each other, opening the stoma. This allows carbon dioxide to enter for photosynthesis and oxygen to exit. However, it also means more water vapor can leave the plant through transpiration. In conditions of lower water availability, guard cells lose water by osmosis and become flaccid, or less swollen. The loss of turgidity causes the stomata to close. This significantly reduces water loss, but also limits gas exchange, affecting photosynthesis and respiration. Guard cells have several structural traits that aid their functionality. Guard cells have thick inner walls and thin outer walls. This unique structure helps the guard cells bend and change shape effectively, facilitating the opening and closing of the stomata. Guard cells are responsive to light, often closing the stomata at night to conserve water, as photosynthesis cannot occur without sunlight. More stomata are located on the lower epidermis, underside of the leaf. This placement reduces water loss since the lower side is usually shaded and cooler than the upper surface. In today's lesson, we examine the role of stomata and guard cells in controlling gas exchange and water loss in plants. We started by identifying the structure and location of stomata and learned that they facilitate gas exchange and are surrounded by guard cells, which are responsible for opening and closing the stomata. We discussed how guard cells respond to environmental conditions through becoming turgid and flaccid. This balance is vital for maintaining the plant's water status and overall health. We also covered the structural adaptations of guard cells, including wall thickness, light sensitivity, and distribution on the leaf surface. To summarize, understanding the functioning of stomata and guard cells is fundamental for comprehending how plants regulate gas exchange and water loss. This knowledge provides insight into plant adaptation to the environment, including how they optimize photosynthesis while minimizing water loss, thus ensuring survival and growth. Through these mechanisms, plants effectively balance their physiological needs with environmental challenges.
Watch the rest of the GCSE biology course at Sophos Education.